Hi everybody, I'm Stations Guy from RecommendedStations.com. Welcome. My guest on today's show is this guy, the Panasonic portable 8-track tape player. Circa 1970s, came out in 1974, came out in different colors. The actual official model name or number is RQ-830S, and very, very basic piece of equipment. There's no stop or start control on here. You've got an analog volume control on top. You've got this plunger which changes the track between 1 and 4. The door on the side to insert the 8-track cassette. On this side, your power, either a external adapter or the power cord which it came with. On the back side is just the battery compartment. And if we just remove this, it's pretty interesting. The original foam is still on the battery cover, which is amazing. Usually this foam, after so many years, dries up and it just disintegrates when you touch it. This is still very much intact. The fabric ribbon that helps to extract the batteries. There is some degree of buildup on the battery contacts, corrosion. It's not too bad. Considering the age, but this overall, this is really an amazing original condition. It's got a nice shine to it. There's no obvious scrapes, scratches, dents, chunks taken out of it. The color is still nice and vibrant yellow. I had been wanting one of these for a while, and I had been trolling eBay looking at them. And if you want one that's in really nice working condition with a lot of the original materials it came with, they're quite expensive. I mean, they're hundreds of dollars, and I wasn't able to spring for that, and I really didn't want to. So I found this one, which didn't work. It was in wonderful condition and came with a lot of original things. So here's the original instruction guide that it came with. It came with a service list of service locations, the original, well, I guess 1/2 of the warranty card, the bottom part that you rip off and fill out and mail in, that's still missing. And then there's a notice here about an address change, and in handwriting you'll see someone wrote that they sent in the registration on January 2nd of 1976. I have the original. Let me just put this down here. The original box that it came in. This is not a reproduction. They do sell reproductions on eBay. This is the original box, the original serial number sticker. This round residue, there was a sticker on there, and the price was handwritten at, I think it was $29.99 or thereabouts. That fell off, unfortunately. I don't know where it is. But this is all original. It's got the original bag, the original styrofoam, the power cords in there. It really, oh, and even this is amazing that they even bothered to save the original Panasonic batteries that it came with. That just is unbelievable to me. I mean, no one saves boxes, for one thing. That's the first thing you throw away after you buy something. You toss the box, and once the batteries are used up, you throw away the batteries. So the fact that they kept all of this stuff was amazing to me. So I went ahead and I bought it, even though I knew it didn't work. And it came with a little part in a bag. It was kind of brass colored, and it was a cylinder with a through hole. I had no idea what it was or where it went to. So I opened up the case, and inside were some little white parts that were floating around. And I kind of pieced those together, and they looked to me like they were the inner part of a pinch roller. So, but there was no pinch roller. So I figured it might be missing a pinch roller. And I didn't know where this metal cylinder thing went. So I went on eBay, I went on YouTube, getting my websites confused. Went on YouTube and I started watching videos of people who were taking their Panasonic portables apart and fixing whatever it was they were fixing. And I was trying to see if I could find this part by looking at these videos, and I was able to identify where the part went, and I put it on there, which I think, if I remember correctly, I think it corresponds with this hole back here. I believe that it's right underneath that. Not really sure what it even does, but that's where it went. I put it in, put everything back together again, put in the 8-track tape. Nothing happened. No activity whatsoever. So I took it all apart again, and that's when I realized that it was missing a pinch roller. And apparently the pinch roller is what activates it. So you stick the 8-track tape in, it engages with the pinch roller, that turns the power on. And so I ended up buying a pinch roller on eBay, a sort of industrial strength one that's supposed to be longer lasting, whatever. The problem was it's a little bit bigger than the stock pinch roller, so it's quite a tight fit. When you take a 8-track tape and you put it in there, it takes a little bit of effort more than usual to get it in because the pinch roller is larger than it should be. But once I did that, put everything back together again, it worked amazingly. So I don't remember what I paid for this, but I know it was less than what you would normally pay for something in this condition. So I kind of got it at a good price, was able to get it fully functional, along with all these original pieces. I deoxed the analog volume control. I'm not going to play it for you because, doing demos on YouTube, they never sound good. They never sound like you actually being there listening to it. So it's kind of a waste of time. But on top of that, if I were to play copyrighted music, the copyright police would rappel down the side of my house and break through my window and drag me away in handcuffs and chains. God forbid I play 20 seconds of music and not pay a royalty on it. I'm all for artists getting their due, that you should be paid for your work, absolutely. I have no issues with that. But if you're playing 10, 15, 20 seconds of a song just to demonstrate something, you're not making any money off of it, you're not charging people, I don't see why you should be paying a royalty, but or possibly violating a copyright. But anyway, don't get me started. The one thing about this that's not so nice is it sounds terrible. That's another reason why there's no point in playing it, because it sounds awful. And there are videos on YouTube where people play these, so if you really need to hear how the thing sounds, you got plenty of other options. But it really sounds bad. And it's a little deceiving because with this whole grill here, you'd kind of think that, oh, there's a giant driver behind here. But there isn't. The driver is actually just right here. It's about a 3-inch full-range driver. Small. It does not sound good at all. I mean, the Panasonic engineers, they could have spent a little more time making this sound good. Voicing it or using a better driver or something. So that's really disappointing. There are videos on YouTube of people who replace the driver with a better sounding driver. They put in Bluetooth. For me, I'm kind of a purist. I like things to be as original as possible. So I didn't want to replace the driver. It probably would have been pretty easy to do, but this sounded awful in the 1970s. I wanted it to sound awful today, as strange as that sounds. But if I play it for somebody, I want it to sound exactly like it sounded when someone used it when it came out in the 1970s. It's mono, of course. It's only got one driver. It does play, fairly loud. There is no headphone jack, interestingly enough. But this is really such a great audio piece from the 70s, despite the fact that it doesn't sound very good. But it's really cool, and I wanted to share it with you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it if you would. You can check out my website if you'd like. It's recommendedstations.com. There are links below. There's also a link to my Patreon campaign if you'd like to support my efforts for as little as $1 a month. I'd appreciate that. But thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.